bodybuilding is not only a sport, but is also the base of all kind of sport. Every kind of sport, you use your muscle. He's a sport by himself, but he's an art too. It's not like all the sport. It's the art and the sport together. And when you understand that, you can build your body the way you want. And if you think it's only a sport, so you mix something. Because it's easy to be big, have the muscle, but without shape is not enough. I think everybody's agree with me about this definition. And you must understand too that you need your brain and your concentration for build your muscle. This is why I invite today Martin. I saw his show yesterday, and you know, I've been training for 29 years. I never studied hypnosis. And I spoke with him quite a long time, and everything I said and he told me was exactly the same. I mean, you can build your muscle with your mind, and you don't need to take heavy weights. Because if you take heavy weights, you cannot be into your muscle. Your brain and your concentration will be in the weights, not into your muscle. Okay? So I start by that today because maybe as the seminar will be very long and he's busy, and if he have to go, so I prefer to start by this thing. So if I have some questions, or you have some question to ask him, he can maybe answer and help us. Okay? So we have people who come to the gym just to be fit. And we have some who come maybe a little bit more, but they don't want to be world champion or even Miss Australian champion. And you have those who come, they want to be a champion. And some come because the doctor tells them to go there for. And sometimes these people come a champion, you know. And we start today by people who come just to be fit. And I would say you need at least 1 hour a day, 6 days a week. That's a minimum. Some people say, okay, I don't have time to make 1 hour a day. You find the time, really, if you want to be fit. You have always some time. You find it in the morning before going to work, afternoon, after working in the evening. But some people, for some reason, they can train maybe 3 times a week, only 1 hour. It's better than nothing. So for those who can come only 1 hour a day and be fit, you can make a superset. I mean, all the muscle together, because you don't look for size. So I would say you can make twice a week each group of muscle, or 3 times a week, depend if you have to lose weight or if you have to gain weight. The people who have to gain weight, I would say better do a little bit longer each section of workout. And this one who have to lose weight, let's say 3 times a week. So we devise the day. I give you a proposal. Monday, for people who can come and twice a week, work the muscle twice a week, and Monday Tuesday, you make legs, not Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Thursday, legs and chest. I choose this muscle because Sunday you're resting. And a lot of people, they stay in the TV, in front of the TV or go somewhere, they don't train, so they put some calories in the body, and it's why all of the gym, they are more busy on Monday. And people come more in the gym on Monday because they want to lose some, maybe the kilos they take in the weekend. So we start by the big muscle. I would say quadriceps. So you make squat, leg press, and leg extension. 15 sets. If you can, 20 sets. It seems a lot, but you work. And after, you make chest, because that's a part of your upper body will leave more weight, so you will lose more calories. So you have to say, if you take 1 kilo more in the weekend, when you finish your training, you must have 1 kilo less. Okay? And abs every day. Abs is easy. You start by 50 sit-ups, easy, everybody can do that. 50 sit-ups, no stop. Everybody can do that, sure. Who cannot make 50 sit-ups? Okay, then the day after, you make 51. And every day you put 1 more. In the end of the year, you make 300 and 400 because you start by 50. Okay? It's easy. And you make leg raise on the bench, and you make 5 sets of, let's say, for people who have big legs and they cannot do it easy, 15 or 20, 25. And every week, put 1 more. At the end of the year, you will be, you have 53 week, so make 50 plus 20, make 70. It's very easy. So you make abs, and for chest, you make bench press, and 2 other exercises. Like bench press, every workout for chest. And the same for legs. The principal exercise. For legs, quadriceps is squat. For chest is bench press. For shoulders is press behind head. For back, shin. For leg biceps is you have only 1, leg extension. For what else? Arm is not a muscle, it's too small. Okay, so on Tuesday and Friday, you make your leg biceps plus your back and abs. Leg bicep, 15, 20 sets. Some people say just make 5 sets of leg bicep, and they think they work your leg bicep. Leg bicep is a very nice muscle, give you really the shape of your legs. So you make between exactly the same quantity of exercise for each muscle, except arms. And you make 15 or 20 sets, depending on how quick you can work, and if you have 1 hour, maybe 1 hour, 10 minutes, make a little bit more. And after your back or shin, sometimes it's difficult to do it at the beginning. So you make, you try every day to make more shin, because really the exercise will give you the back. But if you cannot, you make what you can do. You do what you can do, but after you make pulley behind head, and try to put some more weights to improve for your shin after. And you can make this one I did with a towel. You can make this one, bending on the back, but don't move. Always straight. Every exercise has to be well done. That is very important. You cannot be here in the muscle if you move. And after, you have rowing, but every day you make 3. Shin, if you can make 6 sets, or and 2 other one. And abs, same thing. So 51, 50. And same thing for leg raise. And Wednesday and Saturday, you make 3 small muscles like calf, shoulders, and arms. Arms is you work it already twice, because you work biceps work always with when you make your back, and triceps work always when you make your chest. So you did it already twice in the week, so you don't need so many sets. And you try to make it superset. I never work. The only group of muscle I train in superset because it's a small muscle and we have enough blood to have the pump. And it's good for the mind because you train in front of the mirror, and if you make 1 set of bicep, 1 set of tricep, your arm look bigger if you train only your bicep or only your triceps. So you feel more happy, and if you're happy, you go more on it and your concentration is better. It's just for that you will have the same result if you make it one after the other one, if your concentration can be the same. Okay? Same thing, you do your abs. Calf is a very difficult muscle to train because you work all the day. That is one of the muscles who work all the day. When you walk, you go upstairs, coming down. It's always walking. It's why it's difficult to increase quickly the size. So, as your body weight is already quite heavy, so you have to train with more weights than your body. When I say more weights, it can be the weights really, or the weight you want to put here. You see me, you saw me when I was doing back. When I make 15 sets, 15 reps, I feel pain, really. I'm not a good actor. I really feel pain. And every time I feel the same pain, I just put some weight more in my mind. Concentrate on the weight you want to put, really. So you won't have any injuries, and I have been training for 29 years. I don't remember I have injuries at all. And I'm sure if I was training with heavy weight, I won't be here today. And I will maybe look 1 year or 2 years older. So my routine, my training is always with people think is light weights. that is not like was, because why I tell people to try to work with me, because the first set, okay, you make 15, it look easy, but the pump very quick, and then you can go up. You have to be used to do it, and guy who makes the back with me, first guy, was, how you feel? Well, as the pump was very quick, and so what I mean, you have to find the pump very quick and keep the blood into the muscle you're training as long as possible, because the blood will carry the protein and nourish the muscle. People tell me why you don't use heavy weights, and because heavy weights will give you the muscle. I say, how the heavy weights can give you the muscle? Because can you tell me a weightlifter who have really big muscle and they use very, very, very heavy weights? And why the power lifter don't have a big muscle? Because they don't find the pump, because they use always in the training routine heavy weights and they rest 5 minutes after each set. So every time the muscle comes into the pump, the blood is coming into the muscle, and after 5 minutes you go away and come back, and you don't have enough time to stay into the muscle to nourish. That's it, easy. Okay? Most of the powerlifter and the weightlifting, they have a muscle to be strong, but not to be strong and resistant. We have the muscle to be resistant first and strong after. I can bench press 220 kilo. I work on the bench press with 70 kilo. But you have to be used to that. I think in the beginning it's harder than the other method. But after you enjoy yourself, it's I will never train 6 hours a day if I have to use heavy weights. Because I enjoy to go to the gym because it's easy and you work very well your mind, and for the rest of your life, I don't speak about only bodybuilding, that your mind comes strong for everything, for your job, for everything. Okay? So you make two things at the same time. You do a little bit hypnotics. We must not use this word. What's the name? Suggestion. Suggestion is nice. Because I saw the TV. They said you must not do this thing, and this is why you use this word. But I must tell you, very good. I enjoyed very much yesterday, and I learned a lot of things. The thing I was using, I did not know to translate it in this way. Now I can go even far, and I know it's possible to have the muscle without weights. Same thing. You can take let's say for bench press, just take a stick and think you have 100 kilo, whatever, and have the muscle, but you must be stronger and very strong. You know, when the yogi people, they go on the ice and they burn the ice. But if you are not used, you stay there forever. You have to use to say, I'm not cold, I feel warm, and then if you come to 100 degrees, ice. So that's the way, but you have to go slowly to do this kind of thing. And if you think bodybuilder is an art, even more than a sport, it will help you. It's why I train always in tank top and short, because it's not because I want to say I prove something in the gym that I have nice muscle, good muscle. No, it's not that. It's just because I cannot concentrate on my muscle if I don't see it. If you are a Panther, can you believe you can make a good drawing if you put a glass, if you are blind, or you put a glass very black on your eyes? No, okay? That's the same thing. Because the concentration, you can maybe do it, but your concentration of alcohol have to be stronger. Because you have to make to visualize your body, your mind in the muscle. Don't see and do all this. Just train it in top and short. And first, if you have some deficient muscle, that's what people say, oh yes, you have to put shoulder that looks is a calf. And so you have two things: leave the gym or walk your calf. Because they will say, oh, shoulder is good, but look his calf. So you have to walk your calf because every day you will hear that in the gym. And what are you laughing for? That's your case? Okay, that is always, you have to show your weak points in the gym. That's the only way to do it. Some people, they don't have calves, so they have tight legs, they put trousers and keep them. And if there's contrary, they put the legs there and put something inside, or don't show the abs, never, That's the wrong way. Okay, so next year when I come here, I would like to see everybody training with short. You have to buy a lot of short to sell. And more you see, more you can work better. All right? So, we talk, but I did not tell you exactly how many reps by set for the people who want to be fit. 2 people. One, he cannot put weight on easy. He have to. That means this guy usually is nervous. He's nervous, and his thyroid gland go fast. His metabolism is very quick, so you have to be careful. Slowly, not slowly. Don't try to control himself. I don't say slowly in the training, but slowly. The way between the 2 exercises. Don't be nervous. You have to slow down and make 12 reps by sets. Okay? And about 15 to 20 sets for every muscle, except the arms. Arms, I will say about 10, 12 sets, depend how is arm weak point or a big point. And the calf is even more, I would say between 20 and 25, because he used to walk, so you have to walk him more than the other muscles. That is for to keep fit. Laughing again. That's what you're doing now, and you go to contest, okay? All right. And for people who a little bit it's difficult to lose weight, some people should just eat a yogurt and become fat. So they have to work harder. I would say minimum 20 sets of minimum 12 reps. Do as I do today, 12, 13, 14. That help you to count first and to know how many series you do. You don't have to how many series. So you know what you weigh, how many series you did. Set the series. Set. And I'm happy I have her here today. And this guy have to be, usually he's slow. He like to eat, he's slow, he's lazy. So try to don't be lazy in the gym. So you have to work more, and minimum minimum rest between sets. Okay? He have to burn more calorie than he eat. Sometimes people ask me, which kind of, I want to lose some, or to gain some weight there, which kind of exercise you tell me to do? That not exist exercise for losing or to gain. The only way to lose is to burn more calorie and eat less calorie. That is only way to lose. And anything you will do in bodybuilding is to put more muscle. Anything you can do, even abs, is to put more abs. Free squat is to put more legs. But if you burn more calorie, so you will lose the weight, the fat, and you will take a little bit muscle. So you will find the cut on your legs. But it don't exist in bodybuilding exercise for losing muscle. It's impossible. Okay? Right. So now, for people who want to start to think about, maybe I would like to go to the beach. It's why we are so criticized. So please, when you go to the beach, try to, I know it's difficult, but try to stay a man first, or a girl first. Don't try to go to the beach. Do that. And pump, or with a towel before, to go into the water. Because people, what they say, they think you get your muscle with this kind of exercise. Okay? That is just for the game, for have a better image of body. And for those people, they have to work more. I would say 6 days a week, minimum 2 hours. That's a minimum. But 3 hours is better, 4 hours more better. And they say 2 hours. So same thing, depend. If you fat, it's better to train 3 times a week your muscle. If you difficult for you to gain weight, twice, but each session have to be a little bit longer because the muscle will waste more for 3 days after each session. So the same kind, Monday, Thursday, and you have to be careful of your protein. The first one don't have to be really careful of the protein because you just want to be fit. You don't want to have muscle because people come to the gym. I don't want to look like such a well, you know. And so just a little bit muscle, lose the fat. So you don't need just eat like any other sportive. Just eat sportman, okay? But the second one have to put muscle on. So you need protein to put more mass of protein, muscle, not mass of, because people say body weight. We don't talk, I never talk about body weight. The word I banish in my training. I speak about mass of muscle. It's better to take 1 kilo of muscle a year than take 10 kilo and 1 kilo of muscle, 10 kilo, 9 kilo of fat. You will look much better with 1 kilo of muscle alone. You take that 10 kilo of fat because fat it makes you even more ugly than you was before. Because you always take fat here. Always the first way you take fat is here, and here for the ladies. So it's better to take 1 kilo slowly. And I will tell you after how to eat protein, because I don't want to miss both. And you have to start to work with his mind. The first one, you can use the weight. You don't have to too much to work with that. But the second one, you have to start. You have to say, okay, you have to read the magazine. You said, oh, this guy, I don't know, Frankson, or Bob Paris. I want this muscle, this kind of muscle. Not so many people want Tom Platz muscle. That is different thing. People say Tom Platz is a phenomenon that I don't think nobody would like to look like him. Some people that is not maybe 1%, but no, I mean I don't think no. Tom Platz is a very good friend of mine. I don't mean I mean a young kid, a young bodybuilder. They would like to look like Tom Platz. But if you want to go to Mr. Olympia contest, you have to look like people who have been Mr. Olympia or what they're looking for to be Mr. Olympia. So I mean, the shape first. Shape is the first thing in bodybuilding. Then comes the mass and definition together. So you choose the shape you like. That's the most difficult thing to train. Shape is a very difficult thing to improve. Mass is easy. Training, eating well, that's easy. But shape, you cannot do that with only sipping. You have to work here. You can transform that slowly, with your mind. So if you want really to succeed, you have to work like that. But some people, they are just born like that and show that proportion than all the other part of his body. So you have to train it first, priority. Because when he comes to the gym, he's not tired at all. He comes, he says, I have to do my back or whatever. He comes there, he's ready. The first is that you're always ready. After more you go, more you're tired. Here, with the muscle, but with the mind too. So you have to train first the weak points. And stay, if you have time, half an hour between these weak points and the other body part. And if you don't have time, minimum 10-15 minutes to leave the blood there and to increase as quick as possible the difference. Okay? Right. The training is about the same thing, always. Training at least is 25%. But you increase the number of sets, I would say between 20 and 30 sets. Rest about 30 seconds. 2 people only. We was to work training when we make a back was too long for 2-3 people. That's why I did not find the point. But 2 people, you go quicker. And boom, 30 seconds. It's hard to do in the beginning. But after 2 months, you will be used to it. And not minimum than 12 reps by set. And sometimes, if you feel tired, don't take the weight off. Just stay, maybe, or stay 30 seconds, stay 35 or 40 seconds. If you are not tired, don't put the weight. Don't put too much more weight. Go down, stay 30 seconds, stay 25 seconds. You lose time to put and take off, and you gain time if you just change the 5 seconds or 10 seconds more. And less with the weight, if you put too much weight, you cannot be concentrated, and you have to program again your brain because the weight change. Okay. When I was doing back, I feel pain with 15, 16, 17, 18, I make 20. Same thing, and I make 40, I think. The last set, I can do maybe 60 or 100. I just put much weight, not in the machine, but here. That's it, finish. And what we were talking yesterday about if it is possible to, I think it's possible with your mind, because he uses hypnosis, so that means he can go into you. And then I think if it's possible to, with the same weight, I say, like you make fly, for example, with 10 kilo. And if he can tell you it's not 10 kilo, it's 50 kilo, what will happen? So, boom. And I'm sure that is possible. And when I train people in my gym in Paris to go to the World Championship, I train them, and I have to make them believe that they are the best in the world. That is harder because for myself I can do it. But for him, I have to go inside of the guy, make him believe in that, and then program him to do that. And that is a two thing. You have to create the atmosphere in the gym. Depend of the people. I trained Kawak like that. When he was training for the World Champion, Mr. Universe in London, I said, first year, I tell him, you're going to beat Scala. And Kawak, nobody know him this day. They have never been out of France. And he told me, you think that? No problem, you beat Kawak. I show Kawak, everything on you is better than Kawak. Even if I don't Scala. You know Scala. So you have better legs than him. You have better everything. Better pose. Even if I don't think really that everything, I have to believe in myself, but I have to make him believe. And if you have positive people and negative people who want always to be, say, oh, you are the best, you are the best, you are the best. And they like that. You have people who, the contrary, you have to shock them. Say, oh, if we put it, beat you. And then they walk. Kind of people you have in front of you. And then you can create the atmosphere of the gym. So for Kawak, I know is a kind of guy. I have to make him believe first, he will beat Scala. And after the year after, Obi Robinson. And I have to make him believe that. And in the gym, I have a gym of maybe 100 people train for contests, who go to contests, so it's easy to do it because they know everybody. So I make the other people jealous. So they were against Kawak in the gym. So Kawak have a lot of enemy. So he have to train how to show first the people he will beat Scala. And he will beat Obi Robinson. This to show how far the brain, the concentration can go into the training. And that is my method. So, the guy who want to go in competition have to work. The priority is concentration. And with the concentration, you don't have problem to find all his on a routine. Because everybody will have, what I tell you today is good for me, and that have to be a base for you. And then from this base, you translate it for you, depend on what you eat, how you are, slow or nervous person, okay? And choose exactly the exercise you like. If you like one exercise, do it, because you will go easier inside of the exercise. Don't try to find difficult exercise like people take tricep like that. Oh. First of all, you have to make a very concentration to keep your arms like that, because the natural thing is be like that. So first, you have to make concentration first to keep your arm like that, and then another concentration on the muscle. You cannot be. People can do two things time, that is more difficult. But that is a normal position. If you do tricep like that, you don't have to think. You think only only one thing. Don't try to make this difficult thing. And same thing for any kind of exercise. So, and now you have people already have been in contests, and the training, the concentration start already for the other one and this one. The one who want really start to go in international contests or national contests, like Mr. Australia. So that is more about nutrition. That's training. Because you will be ready for concentration. You will be, every year it becomes stronger here. And then nutrition is very important. Heavy weights. Some people like Bertil Fox, I know a few guys who train with heavy weights. When I knew Arnold in the beginning, he was training with heavy weights, and I don't know if you remember the Arnold picture when he started in Austria and how he looked after when he went to America. But after Arnold trained with lightweights, when only in pumping iron, he put some more weights because of more. Okay, but when he trained a contest, he trained with 12, 15 reps. I saw him. And Arnold is a very strong guy too, in his mind. And you have maybe heavy duty one. Panther who say heavy duty, but I think that is only for selling book. If I tell you today, I know some of you go home today and say, oh yeah, it's new boy, I cannot follow his routine because it's too hard. I won't sell any book if I do that on my book. You cannot build a muscle with three reps, no way. If you're clever enough, you understand easy that the blood nourishes the muscle. How can you find the pump with 3 reps? Not 3 reps, 3 sets of 7 or 6. No way. Maybe go home. And he's very strong here. When he sleeps, he work with his mind. But I don't believe it. Okay? Heavyweight will give you big muscle, like Bertil Fox, like maybe, like Panther, but not nice shape. And one day you will have to pay it because your bone have not been made for such muscle for 20 years or 30 years. You will have problem with your back, with your shoulders, with your knee, everywhere. And your body is not better for so many injuries. I never had the injuries in my life, and I hope for the next 10 or 20 years I have to train, I will look the same, and that's it. So that's all about training. It's very easy. If anybody have a question about training, what they say downstairs, and people who train with heavy weights can give me the impression, and we can have maybe contradictory speaking, and I will try to show him I'm right. Maybe you're going to show me I'm wrong. Okay? So we start. Where my head? Yeah. No, you ask me. You have to ask me why. Okay, that's the question. It's not just. I'll tell you. You have to look at you in the mirror to see the shape. And if I don't put that, I don't see the shape because thing. And with number 4 hole I have here, I try to put it there. And if I find it's too tight, I know I have to eat less tonight. Okay?
We always done lots of sets since you were 22. What I mean, in your early days, you do the same.
Exactly. I never changed my routine. Yeah. Sometime, maybe once every 3 months, I try to know where I am in the beginning, in each like a squat or bench press, or to try to know how much kilo I can lift. And one same thing every maybe 3 months or 4 months, 1 year, a year, I try to make a training with heavy weights, to do how many kilo I can make with 180 kilo, but once, so I don't have injuries. Huh? If I make aerobics, running and cycle. No one of them. If you can have time, you can do it. And it's good for the heart, but be careful of the mass of the pec, because when you run, you can move and you can break the fiber. Okay? The fiber of the muscle, okay? So it's good for the heart. You can do it. Aerobic. Why you make aerobic? Why? Okay, you run or you can make some bicycle. But some people make aerobic to lose weight. After 1,000 sit-ups, I don't need it. Okay? I didn't tell you about abs. Abs is a motor of your body. That exercise really is the best for your health first. Never you will go to the hospital and see someone lying on the bed with big abs like that. Never. Only if you make an accident, car accident, so everybody can do that. But people cannot be sick with abs when you have abs. Because that every kind of sickness comes from food. every kind of sickness comes from food. And then, that is the motor of the food. When you make abs, I don't say 20 abs, 20, I say abs, 1,000, or 1 hour every day, you can be sick. Okay? I make about, when I go to contest, I make my abs, it's about 2 hours abs a day. I make 1 hour sit-ups, I make 1,700. And after I make 7 set of leg raise, and only the last month I make twists for 1 hour. Twists, you don't have to do it if you don't diet because you don't have muscle in there. It's just to lose some calories. So if you don't not on diet, don't make it. But abs always because it's a muscle. Okay. I have some girls in my gym. Then she do 5,000 sit-ups no stop. No, that gym. But I make a lot for my waist. I make a pullover because pullover. I think I make pullover. I say 6 days a week. 1 day with my back, and 1 day with my chest. But you have to think when you go. I make a twist for that toe. That means when you have small waist, as soon you put weight on, is here because the nature is like that. Your body is computer, you know. And so you know you have a small waist, so you have to protect you and put something here to help you. So when you want to lose it, you have to get. Yeah. I control myself too before I contest in front of the mirror to make abs moving. You saw it? Okay. No, that is. I did not see. I know one person can do it in this way. It's not something you can do. It's only because I don't know the name in English. It's very large between the two. So when but if everybody, usually all the body, everybody, the 2 abs is already like, so you cannot do nothing. It's too close. Some people can move like that, but no, never. I know 1 people can do that. But we're not finished about training yet. So. No, depend of how fast metabolism you have, how fast your muscle can relax, can rest, and what you eat. You know, I used to before I work my chest 3 times a week. Now I don't need it because it's already there. I don't want more because I will have to more and more and never finish. So I do twice a week.